no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight.
Fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight on by the. Always tryna fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds, like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money, like I'm money made. I might pop my jack, then uppercut, then he up on my way. With my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp. I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog on what coach flick. Underdogs coming out on top. Got us so sick.
I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Riddick Bowe, 6'5", 240 pounds with a reach of 81 inches. And he'll be... Here comes Riddick Bowe, the Big Daddy. Despite being 6'5" inches tall, one of the best inside fighting heavyweights there's ever been. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, one of the most historically important fighters.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
And of course, we fight. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Can't find a home for that jab. Good counter punching. Perfect counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. And he scores with the counter. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight, and he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. One punch could change everything in this battle. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last. Here we go for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Yes!
Nice counter. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. And they block the right uppercut. Catch and shoot. They block the uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Talk about Bo in that round. On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
You've got to be like Oliver Twist. Be a pickpocket, in and out. Don't stand there and be so obvious.
That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The right hook misses. The perfect counter lands. Big Daddy Bo goes down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Bo in that last one.
What's he doing?
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
They exchange punches. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bo in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. The jab not finding its target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. I'm surprised at how inaccurate these fighters have been. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bo in that last round. Well, we're entering desperate. On to the 6th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? A perfect counter shot. That counter shot lands. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. The straight right just misses. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's when.
And Riddick Bowe is on the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you still want to fight.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Well, now it's about getting back.
And the Big Daddy hits the floor. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah. I live all the joy you bring. Yeah. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. I'm coming back. Are you ready for more? Are you ready for more? Regrets, oh, I have a few. Yeah. I tried to change what I cannot undo. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. Coming back. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm coming back, knocking down. Are you ready for more? Oh, are you ready for more? Oh, are you ready for more? Yeah, are you ready for more?
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. It is the one and only Grand Theater. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to...
It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. the Brown Bomber Joe.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here it.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold but the fan. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Beautiful counter punch. Blocks that left hook. Good counter punching. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Talk about a one-sided. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to. There's the bell to start round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
straight right just misses. They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Nice counter. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice exchange here from both men. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment, there's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knock. Time for the 5th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there. Because
their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. A very competitive round. Hold it right there! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
There's a counter shot. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's gone.
Whoa, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Has to be careful for that receiver. Nice counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And right back into the fray.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got... This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Catch and shoot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. He caught him clean right on the chin with that right hand, and this may be it. That counter shot lands. One punch could change everything in this battle. Straight right just misses. His stamina stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Round 8, and we're off again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. That jab doesn't find a home. Nice counter punch. And that hook misses. Good counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. And there's the bell for round 9. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter lands. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots...
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. That will do it. Tough luck here as this fight is over.
I was getting a little anxious there. It's a career-ending fight.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight had carried on? These guys are going to...